Hi, my name is Danielle or Danny Dorman. I've been teaching for 5 years. I started my first 3 in first grade, and then the last 2 have been in 3rd grade. I graduated from Tabor College in 2017. I am married. We have 2 little boys, and we have another little one on the way here in just a couple of weeks. My goals for teaching is that I would love to help foster a love of reading into each of my students. I really enjoy reading, and so just being able to show them how important reading is and how much fun it can be is very important to me. But also I would like to help find the struggling readers a way to work around or past the struggles, or even to just get through the struggles altogether so that they can continue to read and learn and love to read. And by becoming a reading specialist, not only would I have all this knowledge that I have learned throughout my time in this program and some extra resources that I might not have had, but possibly more time to spend on these goals with my students as well, instead of just a regular classroom teacher having to teach all of the subjects. Looking at the analysis and use of data as a school, we do either NWEA or Ames-Webb fall, winter, and spring testing. It depends on the grade level. It's K2 uses the Ames-Webb, and then 3-6 uses the NWEA. So I'm right there on the brink, and we use the NWEA. We also use CAP interim testing, which is basically just a practice form of the state assessments, just so our students can get to know the tools that they will use and how to use them, and just what the state assessments will look like when they come up in the spring. And this is something that is presented to us through the state assessment program, so it's there for all of us to use. We also use AR testing and progress monitoring. The AR testing is more of a comprehension piece to see how well the students are learning and how much they are understanding when they are reading, either to themselves or with someone, just depending on their age level and the level of the book. And then progress monitoring is testing the fluency, the oral reading, and all of those kinds of things. And we use all of those in our schools, plus the younger grades use some letter naming and things like that, just as they're learning. Use of data in my daily instruction. The last couple of years in 3rd grade, we have been teaching reading in smaller groups instead of as a whole group. And so my co-teacher and I use our fall NWEA scores that we take around the beginning of September to split our students into small groups. And the first year we did this, we just split them up solely in our classrooms, just to get the hang of things and kind of see how that would work. And then last year we had a smaller amount in each class, and so we decided to just combine both classes, all of the students, and split them up that way, and that worked out pretty well as well. We're not really sure how that will work this coming year, as our class sizes are getting bigger again, and so we'll just have to do some tweaking. But with that, we also look at the winter scores and any students that we might need to move around, or any groups that we might need to tweak. We are able to do that as well. Again, we are using AR testing to help test the comprehension, and just as another data point and a measurement of how our students are doing with their reading, and things that we possibly could work on. And then personally, I like to use the 1-minute fluency screeners just as needed. So a lot of times I'll use those heading into parent-teacher conferences, just to kind of get an idea. Obviously, in small groups, we are able to see more one-on-one type things with our students than we would in a whole group lesson. So we have a little bit more to go on. But going into conferences, I do like to use those as well, just so we have something concrete that we can show the parents and talk with them about some of those things. And then in the reading curriculum that we were previously using, there were weekly comprehension checks on the story that we were reading in our groups, and those had multiple choice questions, true or false questions, and short answer questions. So kind of a wide range of ways for the students to answer those things. And then enhancing my knowledge and use of data, I would just like to spend more time working with the data and more consistency. Yes, we have used it to create groups, but I don't feel like we have really dove deep into the data as we could have. And so just being able to spend more time doing that, and also feeling more confident using it. I've had a hard time moving students just because they get comfortable where they're at, I get comfortable where they're at, and then moving them just is something that makes me nervous. And so just being able to use it to help not only lead my instruction, but to help if we're going to keep small groups going, to just be able to know that it's okay if kids move forward or backward, or they just need to be where it suits them. And then we are getting a new reading curriculum this year, and so I would like to just spend time getting to know that curriculum and getting to know what kind of data and information that we can get from that curriculum and how we can best use that. And so those are all the things that I would like to get better at and be able to use more with our data.